baby father told me that I'm ruining his life because he's not able to get things in his name and he's not able to start a business or do what he's supposed to do because he owes arrears and child support. I'm trying to understand, how is he mad at me about something that he owes? Pay your child support and everything should clear up, no? I'm trying to figure out how is that my fault. He said I'm stopping him from doing what he needs to do. And I tried to explain that, what about the nights when I didn't eat to make sure my kids ate, or I didn't, like, you don't know the sacrifices that I went through because you wouldn't help me with your child. And you was actually the last resort I would ever ask, and you always disappointed me every time. So you mean to tell me because you're on child support and you purposely quit your job so they will stop taking the money out your check, and you never supported your child? Now, I don't want to say never because little things here and there, yeah, once in a while. But when you have a child with somebody, it's supposed to be 50-50. It's supposed to be 50-50. If I knew I was going to be doing 98%, I won't say I wouldn't do it again because I love my child, but that's not what I signed up for, okay? So it's just like, why God's always, oh, I gotta figure it out, I gotta, you know, what about me? Oh, I gotta find a place to stay and I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You know how many times me and my kids had to figure stuff out together? They don't even know how many storms we've been in because I held my umbrellas, making sure they didn't get wet, okay? Being a parent is all about sacrifice. So now the fact that you're telling me is my fault because you're not being able to do this, that, and a third, this, that, and a third, and came and went so many times for me I wasn't able to do, okay? I can't help you. Pay your dues and figure it out, my love.
80% of the times when a bitch put a man on child support, he's not doing what he's supposed to do for the child anyway, so that's why they put him on child support. Shut up, I'm talking.
Are you kidding me?
This is my opinion.
Okay, go with this dead ass, whack ass bullshit opinion. Go. Weak ass opinion. Dead, stupid, dumb. Go. Opinion. Half brain, half witted. And I say that because you said that most niggas that get on child support, that they are not taking care of them kids. Most niggas that get put on child support are taking care of their kids. It's because of a bitter baby mama.
We talking about two different things. Yes, bitter baby mamas do exist. I fucking agree. I'm not going to disagree with you on shit that's factual. Okay. The other shit you saying is not necessarily factual, G.
What part? What part? Tell me the part.
That all the men that's on child support take care of their kids and the bitch is bitter. That's why they put them on child support. That's not true.
I didn't say all.
Then I said some, ho. We saying the same fucking shit. I said some. I didn't say all.
Are most men on child support because they are lackluster fathers? If you're with G on this one, give me a firm hell no down in the comments. If you're with Jones, go kick rocks, you froth mouth Wayne.
I've seen a particular video, man, and about a lady. She was talking about her situation, and it sounded like she got multiple kids by multiple guys, and talking about her baby daddy couldn't get nothing done because she child support. He owed child support, and she was like, my child and my kid needed this, and my kid, and I was this, and I was that. I just don't understand at that point. If you're a woman, and I understand things happen, that's a fact. Things happen, and that's it. But as a lot of these women ain't never been able to take care of themselves on their own. So why are you having children? And then 9 times out of 10, the dude didn't have no money when you was fucking with him. And I just don't really understand the train of thought of, if the dude didn't have no money when you was fucking with old buddy, why do you expect him to magically get money now? The dude ain't never had I'm not saying this, but a lot of times the dude ain't never had a job, don't know how to fill out a job application. You fucking with him, you already got multiple kids, and now you talking about, he's talking about, I can't get a place in my name, I can't, get a job or do this, do that. And then you get mad because you need money and you don't want to get out there and get it. A lot of these women, they had the lady that was like, well, the black woman was saying that, most people are broke because they got kids. I did a video And, you know, I rebuttal to that, like most of these women ain't on the street because they got kids. Most of these women ain't dead because they got kids. That's a fact. The kids is financially saving y'all. Section 8, all these homeless shelters and these programs, these WICs and all that, them are for unless people are like disabled or something like that, or something, you know, as far as the single mothers, they only had those programs because of the bad decisions and choices that y'all made with y'all womb. And once you start digging into some of these stories, yeah, you got some stories that, you know, some girls got put in a trick bag, or, you know, you start getting to these stories and shit, and the nigga wasn't shit to begin with. He wasn't shit to begin with. And then these women want to put dudes on child support because they're not doing it because, you know, they're not doing it from a standpoint of view because of the child. They doing it for survival because they ain't got their shit together. You know what I mean? Chicks I done talked to who had money and shit, and they like shit. You know, they mindset is like, yo, if you gonna help, you gonna help. If you not, you gonna not. I got it. You know, real talk. Now they'll probably be like, I want you to be there for the child and all that type of shit. But a person who really got money, bro, they not gonna be begging for child support. That's a fact. But a lot of these women don't want to work. And that's the thing about it, bro. A lot of these women are lazy, unambitious bums. That's one thing that had an entrepreneurship mindset. And I can respect somebody starting their situation up, starting their shit up, and trying and failing and trying. I can respect you trying. But a lot of these women, they just want to dry lift, sell pussy while they driving Lyft, DoorDash some coochie, and stay lazy. These women are lazy. They don't even present to be good homemakers. Washing, cooking, cleaning, sewing, crocheting. You know what I'm saying? They got no hustle. They're lazy. They want to use a child support check. They want to use a Social Security check if they can get one. A Section 8 check to survive. They're lazy. You cannot provide for your child. Don't look at that man that you picked who can't provide for your child. Look at yourself first and foremost. You can't provide. You can't provide. You talk about how your baby daddy broke, and he was broke when you fuck with him. And you was mad because it didn't work out, or you magically expected him to come up with some money when he never had no money, and then you mad because of that. That's a fact. You mad because, you know, you don't want to work. That's why you got to watch out for lazy women, unambitious women. Women who house ain't clean. You know, women that don't want to do nothing for them. Usually two of the things with laziness, the synonymous thing with laziness is how selfish they are. Selfishness and laziness usually come from the same type of people. And it was another clip I'm going to put in there where the woman was saying, well, child support, women only put guys on child support because the man ain't doing what they supposed to do. You know how many dudes that was doing what they supposed to do and look out for that woman, and she got mad because he moved on? What do you expect? It ain't that the nigga just moved on. He moved on and she couldn't move on. No matter how many times we tell women, when you pop out this baby, your options is just most niggas just gonna want to fuck you. That's it. They not taking you serious. The same thing Offset told Cardi B. They think because they got money and status that changed the situation. No. At that point, if you got kids, you got to pay for dick. Or you just got to give it up easy and just hope that a nigga fall in love and just, all right, I hang around. But most time, the recreational use term, shout out to that brother, Minister Jap, that applies. So we try to tell y'all be getting mad. I'm going to just leave and do that. And you go out there and you just get slutted out. You just get dogged out. Nobody's signing up to take care of no fucking baby mama. Especially most of y'all don't have the qualities to be cool, loyal, cook, clean. You can't even trap a nigga up in that trap because you can't do none of the things that make a nigga trap. That trap a nigga like some dog ass food or some dog ass head or some dog ass, you know what I'm saying? Available, nice, cool. No. That's why most women put niggas on child support out of spite because it didn't work out. And even if you think even if it didn't work out because of her, she still wants to hurt you. In your mind, in a bitch's mind, excuse my language, in a woman's mind, it's always going to be your fault. They're never going to say publicly what they ain't do It's going to be your fault. And if you move on and you're happy, they're going to want to destroy your happiness at all costs. Doing witchcraft, coming up, trying to harass your new wife or bitch, whatever like that. And they messed up. You know how many times dudes give women the benefit of the doubt in a relationship? 1,000 times before a nigga leave. You real talk. Most of these women want to hurt you out of spite. That's it. Women are so vengeful. It's the nastiest trait that's within women. They're so vengeful. Remember on what was it? Endgame? I think it was an Avatar, not Avatar. Avenger Endgame. Do y'all remember when they was in Wakanda and they were killing themselves to get through they were killing them little species, aliens was killing themselves just to get to the Avengers and try to kill them, or some of the people in Wakanda. He's like, look, they're killing themselves. That's women. Women will cut their own fucking head off to destroy you. They will sacrifice themselves, their image, their jobs, their careers, their children, their most valuable assets, their family name, just to get back at a man that they did wrong. You can't live for vengeance, man. I tell my girlfriend that all the time. I said, you can't live for vengeance. You can't live for vengeance. You can't. I mean, every time you end up being vengeful, it literally backfires on you. You can't be a vengeful person. You gotta if you really believe in God, you gotta let God handle it. And people be like, oh, people don't never get they come on, bitch. They never get they karma. Just because you don't see the karma televised don't mean people don't get it. But hey, hit the link in the description on the Patreon.